Welcome to day 86. Today, we're tackling a really critical question. How do you know if the large language model you're using is actually any good?
Okay, so you've built an LLM application. It takes an input, it generates some output, and it seems to work. But is the output actually good? That's a surprisingly hard question to answer, isn't it? Good can be really subjective, and measuring it reliably is one of the biggest challenges in the field right now.
But by the end of the next few minutes, you're going to have a clear mental model for the modern way to measure LLM performance. You'll understand exactly how to approach this problem.
To really get this new approach, let's first look at why the old ways of doing things just fall a bit short. Because it's not enough for an app to simply work. We need confidence that it's working well.
For a long time, the standard was to use statistical scores. You might have heard of metrics like Rouge or Blue. At their core, they just count how many words overlap between a model's output and a reference answer. Imagine a teacher grading an essay, but instead of reading it for understanding, they just use a checklist to see if certain keywords are present. You can probably already see where this is going to break down.
And here's a perfect example of that flaw. Our ground truth says the Eiffel Tower is located in Paris. The generated output says Paris is where you can find the Eiffel Tower. Now, you and I both know these mean the exact same thing. But a simple keyword matching score would probably give this a low grade just because the words are arranged differently. It completely misses the actual meaning.
So this leads to a really powerful idea. What if, instead of a simple keyword counter, we had an expert grader? Someone who could actually understand the meaning of the text, not just the words. That right there, that's the key idea that unlocks the modern approach.
And who is that expert grader? Well, it's another large language model. This is the core concept of using an LLM as a judge.
The formal term is LLM as a judge. The idea is to use a powerful, capable LLM to evaluate the output of another model. We provide this judge LLM with a clear set of rules, like a grading rubric, and ask it to score the output, pretty much just like a human expert would.
And the process is surprisingly straightforward. First, you define your criteria in plain English. What does good actually mean for your application? Is it factual correctness, brevity, a certain tone? Second, you give the judge everything it needs, the original input, the generated output, and any reference text. And finally, the judge returns a score, and crucially, it also returns the reason for that score. That explanation is incredibly valuable for debugging.
Now, this isn't just a theoretical concept. There are actual frameworks out there, like geval, that put this exact process into practice. They leverage an LLM's reasoning ability to create custom, reliable metrics that are tailored to a specific task.
All right, let's make this a bit more concrete with a common example.
Imagine you have a RAG system. That's Retrieval Augmented Generation. This is where a model answers questions based on a specific set of documents you provided. For a system like this, one of the most important things you want to measure is called faithfulness.
Faithfulness just asks a simple question. Is the generated answer factually supported by the documents we provided? It's our main line of defense against hallucinations, making sure the model isn't just inventing facts and is staying faithful to the source material.
This makes it really clear. In the first row, the answer is just a simple rephrasing of the context. The judge correctly labels it faithful. But in the second row, the answer changes a critical detail, the city. That information isn't in the context, so the model has hallucinated. The judge correctly flags this as not faithful. It's a simple, clear, and automated check.
And as you can see, this goes way beyond just an academic exercise. This method is fundamental to building AI systems that people can actually trust.
So why does this matter to you as a practitioner? Well, this is how you prevent factual errors and catch hallucinations. It's how you ensure your outputs are genuinely helpful. It gives you a reliable way to A/B test different prompts or even different models. And ultimately, this kind of rigorous evaluation is the foundation for building user trust.
So, the fundamental shift here is that we're moving away from simple statistical scoring and towards sophisticated semantic judgment.
A great way to think about it comes from this quote. The secret to making a good LLM evaluation metric great is to make it align with human expectations as much as possible. That's really the whole goal.
Put simply, the best tool we have for evaluating human-like language is a model that has learned to truly understand it.
And here's the key takeaway. Before you can build a great AI system, you first have to clearly define and then be able to measure what great actually means for your specific problem.